Hello everyone, I am Bhavya Bihani, the Chief Operating Officer of Lex Logical Club, School of Law, Manipal University, Jaipur. So, Lex Logical is a term that describes law in its logical form. It is a society of law students affiliated to School of Law of Manipal University, Jaipur, with the vision of making people aware about basic laws and increasing their knowledge by organizing various activities. So, to fulfill this purpose, we are organizing Manipal Interview Series as a platform for MUG's faculty and alumni. The interviews are planned in such a way that their aim behind conducting these interviews is to give faculty and alumni a platform to express themselves and share their experiences. Secondly, students can gain a new set of skills by hearing the experiences. And others, lastly, we wanted them to give an opportunity for continuous development and experiences of others, which will mold students to lead their life towards a better future as one can learn something from others. So with this, I would like to proceed towards our first session of Manipal interview series, which is with Vijay Lakshmi ma'am, the Director and Head of Department of School of Law, Manipal University, Jaipur. Let's get into it.
Start.
Yes, yes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you all to the first interview of Manipal interview series, hosted by Lex Logical Club, Manipal University, Jaipur. And thank you, Vijay Lakshmi ma'am, for taking out time to interact with us, and Amit sir, our faculty coordinator, for guiding and mentoring us throughout various stages. Firstly, I would like to enlighten everyone with some facts about the Lexlogical Club, Manipal University, Jaipur. Lexlogical is a term that describes law in its logical form. It is a society of law students affiliated to School of Law, Manipal University, Jaipur, with a vision of making people aware about their basic laws and increasing their knowledge by organizing activities. The society is an arena of diverse activities comprising debates, research, paper writing, client counseling, mock trials, and many more. The other objectives are to increase the students in making the functioning of School of Law smooth and hassle-free and generate a positive attitude towards other students and faculty members and staff of School of Law. The membership of Lex Logical Club will open right after this interview, so stay tuned, guys. Now I would like to introduce our guest, Vijay Lakshmi ma'am. Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Sharma is a professor of School of Law and has acted in the leadership position as a director and head of Department of School of Law, Manipal University, Jaipur. She has a rich and versatile teaching experience of over 17 years. During her illustrious career, she has efficiently and diligently shouldered administrative and student welfare assignments and has done multiple caps of different hierarchy within the university effortlessly. She has also awarded MUJ President's Award on 26th of January 2016 for her excellent performance in academic and guided several doctoral students. She has organized legal awareness camps for the law students and society. Her research area is women empowerment, and she also won an award recently. She is actively associated with various NGOs and organizations for the legal child welfare. She is actively associated with various NGOs, and her zeal, wisdom, and go-getter attitude have established her as the face of School of Law, and in turn has led to the organization of multiple events like visits of law students to Supreme Court, High Court, Juvenile Court, and Session Court. She has chaired several national and international seminars and has been vocal on several talk shows where she had argued her points well and had been facilitated as well. She is a legal advisor on panel of number of leading hospitals like CK Birla Hospital, Narayana Heart Hospital, Jaipur, and Manipal Integrated Services, Jaipur, for prevention of sexual harassment at workplace, and has been part of various legal committees in the mainstream industrial setup. She has been often consulted by various confidential government assignments for its regular activities as a subject report. She's also authored a much acclaimed book on child rights. Now, I would request Tanya to commence with the session.
Thank you so much, Gazuri, for that introduction. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon,
I
Tanya.
welcome you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's an honor and privilege to have you with us. Ma'am, if you permit, shall I proceed with the questions?
Yes, yes, sure, Tanya.
Yes, ma'am. So let's begin. So, ma'am, the very first question. Ma'am, you have been an integral part of the Manipal Jaipur family, and your beautiful journey in Manipal from being the head of the department to the director of School of Law has inspired us all. So, ma'am, we would love to hear more from you of how your journey, this beautiful journey began.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank Ghazal, Tanya, and entire team of Lex Logical who have arranged this lecture, this interview series, and I must appreciate you all. Please do your best and I am honored and privileged to be called on this particular platform. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ghazal. Yes, Tanya. Your first question, which is really very interesting, as now I am a part of Manipal University Jaipur School of Law. Since 2014 only, I have started my journey in Manipal, and you would be surprised that that time we were having only 35 students in a School of Law. Now we are having more than 700 students with us. So it is really very wonderful journey. And moreover, one thing which is very interesting and I would like to share with you, that what I was and what I am and what I will be, that is a very different criteria. What is the designation which is now with my name? It doesn't matter actually. First of all, I am a teacher and my passion for my student is only a teaching. So I think that from the faculty member and head of the department and now director of school, I think it is entirely based on my students. So I again, thanks to Manipal University, as you know that it is a global institute, not only in India, but also on the international platform. We are having so many universities, which is in the same umbrella. So my only submission is that all the students of a School of Law since 2014, my first batch, on which in my first batch number of students were there, and I feel very proud that most of the students are doing very good, and my second batch is passed out in this year only, 2020. So, and now, it is our 2020, now it will be our sixth batch. So it is a really very nice journey. Thank you so much.
It was really a very beautiful and inspiring journey, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, ma'am, the next question. Ma'am, you have been at a very prestigious position in the field of law. It would be to share with us what inspired you to follow the field of law.
Yes, Tanya, this is a really very interesting question, because a person who wants to choose in his life, this is really very important. And why I have been chosen this particular domain, that is law. The basic reason is from my childhood. Actually, my father, he is very disciplined person. He always encourages all the children in my home that everything should be as per your timetable. We have to make our timetable and we must be very disciplined. So that time I thought that this discipline or some rules should be there in one person's life. Is it necessary? Later on, when I went in my college after my school, there also that time, in 1995, the girl education was very less. So social justice and what kind of necessities are there for something which should be, in the knowledge of every person, all persons, and I think that youth must be aware about the some kind of rules or regulations which can be there in the society. What, how and what we can contribute for the development of the society. So that time I remember that, the girl education and moreover in the field of child, number of things were there. So at the same moment, I thought that I should do something very differently. Because in 1995, you would be surprised, nowadays, mostly girls are there in law field. But that time, if a girl who wants to choose the field of law, that was really very wonderful. It was very surprise for the every human person. Why a girl is was willing for choosing this particular law domain. So I thought that no, this is only the way by which I can express myself, by which I can show that yes, I am confident. So I chose this particular law. And moreover, my father, who was law books publisher, and that time my Bade Papa, he had written one very, renowned book, that was Panchayati Raj Kanun. I don't know that whether you are aware or not about this particular law, because in Panchayati Raj Kanun, that time in constitution, there was a very major amendment. And in that amendment, it was mentioned that participation of women in political area should be 33%. So on that particular, provisions, my father and my Bade Papa both have written this, had done so many work in this field. That's why after my graduation, I had chosen this law field. Yes, Tanya.
Very inspiring how your father inspired you to take up law, and it was very inspiring for us that you followed your passion towards law. Ma'am, moving towards the next question. Next question, ma'am, you were recently felicitated by the Self Vitika NGO, New Delhi, in the field of women empowerment. So, ma'am, if you could throw some light about how this honor and what are your views in regard to women and child legislation in India?
Yes, this is really very nice question. And actually, the answer is very much required. And I think that through my answer, I can make aware those persons who are totally unaware about the women and child laws. Number of things in our society which we can change. And the only thing is, as a law person, as a law student, I am a law student. Every day I have to learn something new. And in the society, number of things which are happening in very, very, shameful manner. Recently, you all are aware about the incident which was happened in Hathra, that is in UP state. My only question is, why all the girls should be needed for the safety and security? Why not a man? So only thing is, we have to change the mechanism of our education system, not by the bookish knowledge. I think that during our lectures, during our teaching methodology or the pedagogy, we have to inculcate the mindset of the every person, every children, every student, whether there is a boy or a girl. If a boy will be educated, that he must be, duly respect, he must be there for every woman, every girl. I don't think so that such kind of events would be happened ever in the society. What is my, why I am into this particular domain in the women or child rights? Although one thing, Tanya, which I also want to clear you, that I never supported the wrong things. If there is a person who is actually wrong, a person who is actually aggrieved, we have to be stand up only for the justice for that aggrieved person, whether there is he or she. And similarly, I am not in the favor of women. Only up for the women. I never supported such kind of things. My only question is, whosoever is victim, whosoever is aggrieved must be punished, whether there is he or there is she. So in the same manner, but unfortunately, there is only one thing in which only females are getting punished. And the field is such kind of rapes, such kind of brutal things which are happening only with the women just because of their biological condition. This is my question. And I always supported all the male students, all the boys, those who are in the society, those who are in my family, those who are in the surrounding areas of my whatever, whether it is my college, my organization, my family, my society. I have to make them aware what kind of actually responsibilities you are having. Because only boy or male, they are never they cannot do such kind of things. They have to be very, very careful about this. In fact, they must be there for the protection of every girl child. And I think that this kind of education should be started from the family only, from the family. And for this particular purpose, I am doing so many acts, I am doing so many sessions, I am taking number of webinars, seminars on this particular point. And it is really my fortunate, and I will be really privileged if I could make myself so clear on this particular point. If one or two or three boy students could convert themselves, or they can collect something very special from me, it is really a great pleasure for me. So this women and child, and you all students, because students and the law people and all who are listening me right now, this is my humble request to one and all, that this is not the question of a woman कि उसका रेप हो रहा है. This is not a question of a woman कि एक फीमेल एक गर्ल चाइल्ड का रेप हो रहा है. This is a question of entire humanity, because a person who is doing such kind of crime against a girl, in both the ways humanity is getting down. So I think we must think about that. And Tanya, your question, why this organization or NGO honored me, it is really a very nice question, because I have no answer for that. But yes, I am continuously, I am doing, something for the society. I am associated so many NGOs, I am associated with so many hospitals for if there is any requirement on my legal opinion or my legal thoughts, then I am there. I am always there. As I told you that what is the designation which is there with my name, it doesn't matter for me. The only thing is, what am I? What I am having the knowledge, how I can give the better education through my knowledge to my students, that is more important for me. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing light on this important issue that we all need to know and become aware about it in today's generation. Okay, ma'am. So moving forward, ma'am, the next question. There are so many different opportunities in the field of law, with teaching being one of them. So, ma'am, setting aside everything, each and every occupation, you chose teaching as your career. So, ma'am, if you could answer that.
Yes, Tanya, first of all, in 1999, when I had finished my LLB, during that time, I had joined session courts. And I was in practice for 3 to 4 years, because that time it was mandatory for all law students. If they want to appear in judicial competition or competitive exams, they have to fill up one diary. And for around 300 or more than 300 cases, they have to fill up in that diary, that they have to be there in the court. Just similarly, just like you guys are doing in your internships, as it is very necessary, you know, as the Bar Council of India, you have to fill up your diaries for the internships so that you can make yourself clear and educate that what kind of procedures are following in the courts. So similarly, that time for 3 to 4 years, I was there in the court. But I don't know why I was, simultaneously, I was doing my master's from Rajasthan University also. I don't know why, but somehow I thought after completion of LLM, I thought that no, this is not my area. Advocacy is not my area. Yeah, I had tried for judicial examination also, but that time सिर्फ 9 नंबर थे जिसकी वजह से मैं रह गई. So that time I lose this competitive exam of Rajasthan Judicial Services. But yes, advocacy was not my passion. I thought a lot about this fact. And that time my father was only the person who set and who just told me, don't worry, if you are not interested for the advocacy, leave it, forget it. As you had done your masters, in 2002, I had completed my masters and I joined one institution for the teaching. Now, one thing, a teacher is a person who can teach, not only teach, actually, he can give you something which is very important for a person. He can show, he can play his or her role as a navigator, where you have to move, how you have to move. This is very important. So that time when I joined one institution, I was very happy because most of my students were very comfortable with my teaching pattern. As along with this teaching or with my teaching learning process, they were connected with me with their number of problems, and I could make out solve. I could try actually, and it was really very good for me that at least I was there for them if they were having any kind of problem. And one thing, if you remember the story of Shankar Dayal Sharma ji, in 1994, Shankar Dayal Sharma ji, that time he was the president of India. And you wouldn't believe that time during his visit of international, countries, that time once when he visited Dubai, and the king of that particular time, he because as it was the rule of that country in Dubai that no king supposed to go to receive any Indian or any person who is outside of that country. But the king, he came to the airport, he received Mr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, who was the president, and he broke up all the protocols which were there in his country. And you know the reason for this? The only reason was because he was the teacher of the king. And he very proudly, he elaborate this thing in front of the society कि वो president हैं इसलिए मैं उन्हें लेने नहीं गया, वो मेरे गुरु हैं और मैं उनसे पढ़ा हूँ पुणे में इसलिए मैं उन्हें लेने गया. See the honor of the teacher. और एक टीचर से शायद टीचर के लिए इससे बड़ी और कोई चीज नहीं हो सकती. So I think all such kind of things makes me so strong. Yes, I will be a teacher, I am a teacher, and I was a teacher. So that's why, Tanya, I have chosen this field of teaching. Yeah, thank you.
Really, ma'am, your experience proves that teaching is really a noble profession for each and everyone who follows that. So, ma'am, moving to the next question. Ma'am, on a lighter note, you had your college days and we are leading ours right now. And college is a synonym to fun and forever, with education going on side by side. So, ma'am, do you see any transition in today's college life? And also, if you could share any positive aspect of your college life, which we can incorporate in our life today.
Yes, Tanya. One thing which is really common in my college days and in your college days, that is masti. Masti is always common. Always, there is no big difference during my time and during your time. We all are always, very interesting thing is that we all are always ready to do anything, whatever makes or feels us good or happy. So that time we are also crazy for the movies. मैंने भी bunk मारे हैं college से. So मैंने भी movies देखी हैं. That time the situation was different. This time the situation is different. Accordingly, for every time, every era, whatever the circumstances, we are doing on the same platform. Nothing is different. Let me tell you one thing. Nothing is different. The only thing is, and for that time also, and for this time also, we have to be very, very determined. That's it. Your vision. What is your vision? Say, for example, if I will share myself on this particular point, that my vision was really very clear, very clear. I don't know where I wanted to go that time. I was not aware about that, but yes, I wanted to go somewhere. Now this somewhere was not clear. पर कुछ करना जरूर है यार, कुछ भी हो जाए करना तो है, यूं ही नहीं रहना. ये नहीं है कि बस शादी हो गई, घर में बस गए और बैठ गए. नो नो नो, this is not me, this is not Vijay Lakshmi. What Vijay Lakshmi will be, as you know, my name is Vijay Lakshmi. All the time I was called Pandit Vijay Lakshmi. She will do something really different. In my school time, in my college time, all the time everybody used this kind of statement for me. अरे ये विजय लक्ष्मी तो कुछ तो कर ही लेगी, पक्की बात है तो कुछ कर लेगी. So such kind of positive environment made me so strong. So in my college life, I was really very strong. I was very, very strong. I had done my college education from Maharani's Girls College, which is very renowned here in Rajasthan. कि जिसका महारानी कॉलेज में हो गया वो तो वैसे ही बदमाशों की गिनती में आ गए. So the vision was very clear. And this is my also message to all students also, that your vision should be clear. तो यही एक difference मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है. Otherwise तो what is my observation, that this time youth is not aware where they want to go. This is the problem. Yeah, similarly we were also unaware. That is for sure. But somehow we were having such kind of zeal, or we were having such kind of determination कि जाना कहाँ है ये नहीं पता, पर कहीं तो जाना है. उठाओ और चल तो दो एक बार, देखेंगे कहीं तो पहुंचेंगे. अभी क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है कि शायद हम वहां स्टार्ट ही नहीं हो पा रहे हैं. We don't want to make ourselves in positive directions. Right? Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your experience with us. So, ma'am, moving to the next question. Ma'am, with the onset of COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen prominent changes that are taking place in our daily life, with work from home being one of them. Ma'am, what is your opinion on online teaching and how it affects both the students and the teachers?
Yes, Tanya, for online teaching, I would like to say that yes, there is positive and also there is negative aspects. Positive aspects, as you know, that earlier technology was not so advanced for each and every person. You know, if I would say that, as you know, that number of senior persons, you know, they are in the teaching field, and we are willing to hear or to attend the lectures of the senior or experienced person, but somehow they were not familiar with the technology. So maybe it may be possible that such kind of negative aspects are there, but you know, as it is a necessity, how we have to connect with these students, definitely we must learn the procedure of the technology. So we went through this particular technology, and nowadays what is going on, only for the teachers. Now please listen me carefully, because this is really a very huge challenge in front of the teachers. Only for the teachers there is a evaluation, not only from the students but also from their parents, because parents are now connected with these online teaching methodology and pedagogy. My question is, if suppose a doctor who is doing his operation or something else, are we there with him? Answer is no. But a teacher's assessment is continuously happening through this online teaching pattern. So my question is, I know, you know, this is not a adverse effect. I think that this is a challenge for the teachers and for the students as well. How a teacher came to know that my students are there in the class? If they will, obviously they have to mute their mics, but is it mandatory that they should not come on the camera? It means, how I will be sure that my all students are there on the in the class, in my room, but I have to mark them present as there they are in the room, as they have login through their email ID, but still they are Mr. India because they are not visible. So again, it's a challenge for me as well. But what I will do, I have to mark all these students present, क्योंकि मुझे दिख रहा है कि वो मेरे रूम के अंदर हैं, but everybody is Mr. India, right? Are you getting my point? So this is basically a big challenge, not only for the teachers, but students also. Similarly, students are facing so many problems, as the connectivity, the eye contact, which could be possible in the classes, in the in person, what kind of interaction we can you know, manage during our classes, it is missing. I am understand. I am totally agree with this particular thing. But similarly, a teacher is also facing so many challenges, you know. So, but whatever is, whether a parent is evaluating a teacher, whether a student is not try to compromise with the teacher, or a teacher is also not compromising with the students as well, there is in the both side, क्योंकि ट्रैफिक तो दोनों तरफ से ही जाम होता है, आना जाना जब दोनों होता है तो ट्रैफिक तभी जाम होता है. अगर हम अपने अपने रास्ते से सीधे सीधे जाएंगे तो ट्रैफिक कभी जाम नहीं होगा. So this is the thing. I am thankful that all of we could at least you know, make ourselves so strong and educate for learning this particular technology. As say for example myself, you know, earlier I always used to say this sentence, I am technically challenged person, because I'm not so much familiar with this technology. Yes, that time I have used this kind of statements, लेकिन अब तो मुझसे कुछ भी करवा लो. Now I am ready, I am prepared. Now I can learn, I can uh, do anything through this. You all know about the boys locker room, cyber crimes, these kind of mishappenings are also there through this technology. Money transactions, OTP aa gaya, ye kar diya humne, wo kar diya. So these are also, day by day increasing in the society. So I think negative and positive, both the aspects are there with this technology and during this COVID-19. Yes, Tanya.
Thank you for that. Ma'am, this really shows that change is constant and we need to adapt it with time. And ma'am, we are
Yes.
doing that. Okay, ma'am. So moving to the next question, ma'am. As we can all observe, Corona has impacted our society in a huge way. So, ma'am, what are the few changes you expect to see in the course of law in the post-pandemic era?
Oh my God, Tanya, thank you so much. If you are expecting from me that I could change something in the field of law, it's really a great pleasure for me. But yeah, still, if you want to know that what kind of changes or, in the field of law, which I am expecting, that is the knowledge of the technology. Each and every person should have the adequate knowledge of the technology. You would be surprised that this time, if before this pandemic situation or COVID-19, uh, most of the police officers or most of the advocates are not, or in fact in the judiciary also, they are not familiar with the cyber crimes, how they have to solve the problems. That's why, most of the time we have to call the experts, as in evidence also we are having this experts, that we have to take the help from experts. That is fine, I know that is fine, but at least we must know how to deal with such kind of crimes. So I think after this particular pandemic situation, some kind of things should be incorporated in our law courses, in law structure. Like now, more technical issues, more communications laws should be incorporated with our law. Specifically, say for example, specifically laws related to the women's crime, especially for the cyber crimes. Or we can say laws which are related to the cyber crimes. As you all know that apart from information technology law, Information Technology Act, we are not having such kind of specific act or special act for the cyber crimes or for cyber any special law, like for this women or any kind of financial, that can be covered under IPC or under IT Act. But I think it should be more emphasized, and we have to take care on this particular area more. Yes, Tanya.
Yes, ma'am, these changes are definitely required, and I hope with time these changes will come in the society. So, ma'am, moving on. Ma'am, your stature is a combination of an educator, instructor, and an administrator. Ma'am, from being the director of school of law to being the deputy director in the dean of student welfare and holding many other positions outside law, with simultaneously imparting knowledge to the students. So, ma'am, how do you sync all of these roles together?
Oh, very interesting question, Tanya. You are a law student, am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And right now you are a moderator. Again, I am right?
Yes.
And you are performing your roles, both the roles, very nicely. So let me congratulate you that whatever is assigned to you, you are performing very nicely. Similarly, Tanya, if we have zeal, if we have passion, we will do wonders. Are you getting my point? Whatever is assigned to us, whatever, if you are performing everything with your heart, mind is there, definitely. Without mind, without knowledge, we can't do anything. But the only requirement is the basic requirement, whatever you want to do, everything should be done by your heart, with your 100% dedication, with your 100% zeal, with your 100% passion. That is the important key factor of your each and every responsibility. Yeah, definitely. I am having so many responsibility from my organization. And again, I am very thankful to the leadership of Manipal University, Jaipur, that they have assigned me number of responsibilities. Right now, I am also a co-chairperson of disciplinary committee, director, head of the Department of Law, and moreover, apart from my organization, I am having number of things outside of my organization. But the common factor is only one common factor, and that is my passion, my interest. Whatever I will do full of my dedication and my zeal. Similarly, I can see in the team of Lex Logical also. So congratulations and all the best. Yes, Tanya.
I'm just that you are no doubt a very dynamic, versatile, and a passionate person. So,
Thank you.
so ma'am, moving on. Ma'am, you have been associated with School of Law Manipal since the very beginning. So, ma'am, what are the changes that you have observed in the School of Law till date?
The change is, I cannot say change. Actually, it's a development of a school of law. This is not a change. It's a development of a school of law. And one thing which most of the law students are aware from this fact, that entire Manipal group, which was started in 1958 by late Shri TMA Pai Sahab, as we all are aware, and we are very much aware about this fact, that he is the person who at that time, in that area, he was very passionate for the girls' education in medical sector. So that time he has started Kasturba Medical College. And in that medical college, girls' education was, he had started this particular girls' education, because that time no one was supposed to, admit their girl child in medical college. So, we all must be proud that now we are there, we are associated with such a very dynamic institution, a very dynamic organization. So in entire Manipal group, as we are having 4 universities in India, number 1 is in Karnataka, number 2 is Sikkim Manipal, third one is Jaipur, and fourth one is in Jamshedpur. And 5 universities are outside of India: Malaysia, Dubai, Argentina, Nepal. The interesting thing is, only in Jaipur in 2014, School of Law was started and was established. And I was, along with Honorable Dean Ma'am, Professor Mridul Srivastav, and one of my very senior fellow colleague, Dr. Soni. So we 3 people were there, and we have started this School of Law. And it's a very interesting thing that time it was really a little tough for us, for the entire Manipal, and for we 3 people also, that how we have to convince the persons who are totally unaware about the law program which was there in the school Manipal group. Because that time entire Manipal group was famous or renowned for the education of engineering and medical. In 2014 only, in Jaipur, it was really a challenge for all of us. But we could make it possible with our efforts and with the apt guidance of Honorable Dean Ma'am, Professor Mridul Srivastav. As her zeal, she was so enthusiastic, she was so humble in all the field, she was always ready to guide us. And Professor T. Bhattacharya, he is not only a master of criminal laws, but I would say he is a father of criminal laws, because number of books in his credit. And sir and madam, they both were there for the development of School of Law. So all the time, we all must remember, we all must think about the dedication and the efforts which could be happened with the ma'am and sir. So Tanya, I think it is not a change. I think it's a development and enhancement of a School of Law, because in 2014 we were having only 35 to 40 students, and right now we are having 700, more than 700 students. So I think it's a developed journey of a School of Law, just because of the dedication and the passion of our dean ma'am and sir, and obviously the faculty members of a School of Law. And again, the important stakeholders, my alumni of the School of Law, the first batch of School of Law, students were really very dynamic. Most of the students are doing their own, work. Now they are associated with High Court, Session Court, District Court, not only here in Rajasthan, but out of Rajasthan also. Some of students are placed in legal firms. Some of students are in judiciary now from the first batch. So I know, and one thing, Tanya, which is really very appreciable for my previous batches, for the first and second batch of School of Law, that time there were something, not appropriate, because we have started this School of Law, and it might be possible that they have faced some challenges during their studies. And it was happened, because sometimes we could not make possible to provide them something which actually they were needed, but still the cooperation and the what I can say that all the students, they could make it possible. And during the moot courts and activities, all students were very enthusiastic to take the participations. So actually it's a development of a School of Law, not because of faculty and the administration, but because of the students. So this is whole about the development of School of Law, Manipal University.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing light upon this. And ma'am, definitely School of Law will reach greater heights in the coming years.
Yeah.
So ma'am, as we are proceeding towards the end of the session, I would like to ask you one last question. Ma'am, what take-home message would you like to convey to the youth of today's generation?
Yes. एक शब्द आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, संकल्प से सिद्धि. संकल्प से सिद्धि का मतलब जानते हैं आप लोग? इसका मतलब यह है, whatever you will decide, definitely you will achieve. The only thing is you have to decide where you want to see yourself after the completion of your law program, or whatever you are pursuing in your life. If you are pursuing law, definitely after 5 years or after maybe 1-2 years more for your preparation, where actually you want to see yourself. तो एक तो ये जो संकल्प से सिद्धि है, ये आप लोगों को अपनानी पड़ेगी. You have to decide right now what you want to be, where you want to see yourself, what should be written on your nameplate. Tanya Tandon, क्या होना चाहिए आपके नाम के नीचे? Judicial magistrate, corporate lawyer, criminal lawyer, whatever. आपको सपना जगते हुए देखना है, सोते हुए नहीं देखना. And number 2, your vision should be clear. विजन मीन्स, और मैं ये कभी नहीं कहती मेरे किसी स्टूडेंट को कि आपको मस्ती नहीं करनी. एज आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर, मस्ती इज ऑलवेज सेम, ऑलवेज कॉमन इन ऑल द जनरेशन. हम अपनी एज के अकॉर्डिंग कर रहे हैं, आप अपनी एज के अकॉर्डिंग. सभी स्टूडेंट से माय ओनली रिक्वेस्ट इज, यू हैव टू सी योरसेल्फ कि आपको जाना कहाँ है. And if you will decide, definitely your ways will be open, sky will be open. And you know, one thing which is really it is my experience also. If your vision is clear, if you are clear about your goals and your aims, आपके सारे रास्ते खुद ब खुद खुलते जाएंगे, ये मेरी गारंटी है. And whatever you want to do, you have to fly only, क्योंकि आपको उस आसमान तक पहुंचना है. हमारे चित्रांश जो मेरा एल्यूमनाई है, और मेरे ख्याल से वो अभी होंगे भी यहाँ पे इस मीटिंग में, मैंने देखा भी है उनको. चित्रांश एक बहुत अच्छी बात कहा करते थे, आसमान कौन कहता है आसमान में सुराख नहीं हो सकता, एक पत्थर तो जरा तबीयत से उछालो यारो. तो आप लोगों से भी मेरा यही एक मैसेज है, आप लोगों से मेरी एक ये एज अ टीचर मान लीजिए, एज अ गार्जियन मान लीजिए, क्योंकि शायद मैंने अपने बच्चों के साथ एक टीचर वाला रिलेशन से ज्यादा एक गार्जियन की तरह मैंने बच्चों को हमेशा ट्रीट किया है. तो आपको मैं एक ही बात कहूंगी सभी बच्चों को कि अपना सपना देखिए, और सिर्फ एक बार ये सोचिए कि मेरी नेम प्लेट के साथ मुझे लिखवाना क्या है. जिस दिन आप लोगों ने उस चीज को विजुअलाइज कर लिया, संकल्प ले लिया, आपको सिद्धि जरूर होगी, आपके रास्ते खुद ब खुद खुल जाएंगे. From my side, my best wishes are always with all the students, because since 17 years I am in teaching field, और ये मेरा एक बहुत अच्छा, I am very fortunate that all my students are doing very good. Whatever I can give to my students through my knowledge, through my what can I say, मेरी blessings. So बच्चों ने prove भी किया है, and everyone is doing really very good. And Tanya, one thing with Lex Logical Cell or Club, I must congratulate you all. You are doing in this adverse condition, in spite of this pandemic situation, you have think about such kind of interview series. Go ahead and आप जिसको भी approach कर सकते हैं, you have to approach the persons and you have to carry forward this particular platform and just spread out it, so that you can just prove yourself that in spite of this pandemic situation, how wonderful or beautiful platform you can provide to the students. So my best wishes are always with you. And thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for such an inspiring message. Ma'am, now I would like to open the stage for the audience questions, if anyone has. So, ma'am, there is one question from Chitransh Mathur.
Yes.
That please share your views on increase in matrimonial disputes and so many FIRs in relation to this same. What kind of impact this lockdown has made on marriages and families?
Yeah, Chitransh, definitely there is an adverse effect of this particular area, as I could see in the not only for the matrimonial effects, for the old persons also during this COVID-19. And as now you are practicing in High Court, so again, this is also my question. As earlier Tanya asked me a question related to this pandemic situation, what kind of laws could be changed after this pandemic situation. So I think we have to rethink about these kind of laws, how we can improve, how we can provide the facilities to the persons who are actually aggrieved. this time number of cases which are related to domestic violence and divorce cases are also filing. And I think this is only the time, I think the first time when all family members are together for a long time, and they could at least make it clear that what kind of relationships actually they are having, whether it is healthy or there is anything not good by which they are getting harassed. So I think that we have to rethink about the laws. And Chitransh, this is again my request to you. If you are having any unique idea, anything which you would like to incorporate, you have to write down a paper so that we can send this to the concerned authorities. So maybe because जब तक हम आवाज नहीं उठाएंगे, निर्भया ने भी लॉस को चेंज नहीं कर पाए थे, तो we have to raise our voice. Whatever you are feeling, whatever cases are filing in the courts, I think Chitransh is practicing in family court also. So I think that we all must think about that, and whatever ideas you are having or we are having, we have to gather the ideas and we have to draft article or a paper so that we can send our ideas to the concerns. Yes, Tanya, any question?
Ma'am, participants can actually mute your mic and ask the
Good afternoon,
Yes,
ma'am.
Aryan.
Aryan Srivastava this side. Ma'am, I have a question for you. It's a very general question. So I want to ask that, ma'am, since Manipal, since you've been talking about the position of law, given that MUJ is the only Manipal which has law as a course in the entire Manipal fraternity. So I want to ask that, since Manipal is all about BTech and medical, especially when law is only in MUJ, do you think law as a course has more scope, specifically in MUJ, in terms of gaining more importance in the eyes of MUJ administration in the coming years?
See, Aryan, the only thing is, from we are getting our education, this is important. I can understand this is really very important. And this kind of statement that whether it is important course for the MUJ administration or not, I will not go or I will not comment on this particular point. My only question to each and every person who are pursuing their law, from where you are getting the education, again, this is important. But I think most important thing is I am pursuing my law. What I can do in the field of law, that is important. If you need any kind of support, if you need any kind of facility from the administration, you just make it clear. I told you that earlier it was a little bit challengeable for the administration and for the school of law also. But right now, I want to make you sure or assure whatever you will, ask or whatever is your expectations, definitely we will provide you the whole platforms. So please don't think about this. The only point is, if you are pursuing your law, you have to justify this subject only. Once if you will decide after or during this law program, I will make myself so strong that I have to do my internship from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legal firms. Just send your CV. I will send your CV. I am also, in this internship and placement cell, I have intimated to my colleagues that they have to send our brochure along with the CV of the students who are interested in Amarchand Mangaldas, in Luthras, in Khaitan and Khaitan. Aapko jahan bhi jana hai, you have to attach your CV. Till then, you have to complete all the assignments, as you are doing very good. You are taking participation in so many moot courts competition, in so many activities. So this is only the journey. Aryan, मणिपाल ने मेडिकल और इंजीनियरिंग को भी कोई अलग से नहीं दिया, ओनली स्टूडेंट्स एक्चुअली दे वर डूइंग वेरी गुड. एंड फाइनली देखो, मैं फिर एक बात आपको बताना चाहूंगी कि कभी भी किसी भी चीज के नाम और दीवारों से नहीं होता है, उसके बच्चों से उसका नाम है. यस, डेफिनेटली आप अगर कहीं से एडमिशन ले रहे हैं, यू आर हैविंग नंबर ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशंस, उसका मैंने मना नहीं किया है. But similarly, in both the ways, we have to do something. Whatever you are feeling, you can intimate us and we will definitely provide you. So don't worry.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Bhavya this side. Ma'am, I have a question that as we are using the digital platforms for education nowadays, the base for many major subjects are getting weak for the students. So do you have any plans for this, that how
Yes,
this thing needs to be sorted?
Bhavya, can you please repeat your question?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, as we are using digital platforms nowadays, many of the basic subjects like constitution and etc. and law, the basic for them are not getting clear. So ma'am, do you have any like plans for the same as we get back to the campus?
Okay. You want to come in the campus in person? Are you willing?
Ma'am, I am asking, as we have many major subjects. So
Yeah.
ma'am, the basics of these kinds of subjects are not getting cleared in online education.
Okay.
Like as
No,
so do
Bhavya,
you have any?
See, Bhavya, right now I am not having any kind of guidelines from when we will start our university in person. But the only thing is, whenever it will be started, I would like to make you assure that I will again restart these subjects, whether your session is completed, doesn't matter, don't worry. If your session is completed, your NTEM exams will be done, doesn't matter. If you are willing to learn something else in your subject, which are really very important subject, like your constitution or whatever, I think that right now you are not having your IPC, Indian Penal Code. Now it is in 5th semester. Yes. So constitution, I will restart this subject with the faculty members whenever you will join in person or university. This is for sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
But right now, as I told you, online teaching pattern is really difficult and challengeable. So we have to manage somehow. Yes, Bhavya.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Beta. Yes, Tanya?
I guess nobody else has any questions. Ma'am, now I would like to hand over the stage to Aditya Gupta for the vote of thanks.
Yeah.
With this, we move toward the end of the session. On behalf of Lex Logical Club, Manipal University, Jaipur, I extend a hearty vote of thanks to our guest, Professor Vijay Lakshmi Sharma, who spared time with her busy schedule to grace us with her presence. Today, we had an opportunity to hear her views, and I am positive that this will surely encourage us in our future endeavors. I hope the words of wisdom imparted by our guest will prove to be informative and insightful for all our attendees. I would also like to thank all our attendees for paying their valuable attention and not forget our team, without whom this event wouldn't have been possible. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Bachchon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bachchon.
Thank you.
Thank
ma'am.
you.